whatsoever. I mean, we're in 7th place, which is not horrible. We got the Ottoman Empire and Sphere. Who do we want to kind of focus on? Who else would be a good Sphere member for us? We've already got Tunisia. We can start... You know what we can actually do? We have about 10 years before the Berlin Conference. Or, you know, the equivalent of it. Let's just start fearing people in Nigeria, and we can maybe get a claim in there as well. Well, it would be nice if you can see, like, a Romanian-Austrian war. Or Transylvania. I think we can maybe be able to take advantage of that a little bit. Okay, a negative 20. Improve relations again, the 145. We might even see... I mean, I guess France actually doesn't have any cores on Alsace-Lorraine anymore. I'm not too sure why. They just don't. So I'm guessing they just kind of have given up on that. Oh, you have, like, no resources. I'm guessing they're probably spending all their money trying to reinforce the armies that are already in the field before they reinforce armies for new brigades, which is understandable. No, I'm not going to fault them for that. By the way, are any of you... Well, creates opinion here. It doesn't look like you're actually friendly with the British or anything of that nature. So let's just kind of put a little bit of points into all these people in the south. Since we can take Italy, usually, or not Italy, we take Venice. Usually that should give us the ability to try to push for Istrian and Dalmatia. Also, is there any, if we go to politics decisions, anything else in here that we can maybe think about? No, at least not right now. Dalmatia, we can core on Zenga? I'm not too sure where that is. Vesuvius, we got positivism in $20,000. I feel okay. Even though we did lose that war, we were starting off in a position of... Why can I not do anything here? Because we're poor. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. And you know what? We can probably cut military spending, at least for right now. I mean, that doesn't really do anything for us, though. Because we already have no money. Okay, increase tariffs again. Got some unemployed craftsmen, 28,000 in Piedmont. Ooh, 17 prestige, won't say no. Is it because all the factories were technically in this state? No, you still have factories, I think. Really not actually, not too sure. I feel like you should be okay. Okay, Wari, we can get you back up to, we can get you up to friendly. Might as well put you all on just level 1 for right now. Okay, 1.85 with all of you. Do the same thing with Ario, Oyo. Not the Sokoto Caliphate. I think we can maybe wait a little bit longer on that. At least that's my hunch. And we'll probably see war against the Ottoman Empire very, very soon with the Balkan crisis. Even though you are, I mean, you're hostile to Russia, but soon you will basically be hostile to everyone. You might also end up being hostile towards us, which is not fantastic. Also, do I have any, I do have a research point focus. Let's do that first for obvious reasons. Usually pretty good. Spending all of our cash. We're actually buying up some materials now for our units. We're getting up our artillery. Our military, okay, we did get a good reinforcement tick in there. Yeah, if we were to able to reinforce our armies just a little bit more during that war, I think we would have been completely a-okay. Unfortunately, we just weren't exactly there. We were close, but not quite where we needed to be. Oh, how are all you guys doing? I mean, getting this many soldier pops. Remove focus. Move focus. I mean, 5% in all these areas was nice when those are the only areas we actually had to raise troops out of. But I think it's time for us to start trying to, you know, maybe get some clerks, get some more craftsmen, and see if we can just improve our economy as much as possible. Because we're in 8th place, which is not so bad. Definitely we've seen worse. And we now have 8. It's S, right? Yeah, there we go. 4 in this army, 1 in this army. So now we've got a pretty decent 5-1-6. Send them up to the border with the Austrians. And we can now start getting more influence in all of you, which is nice for us. It might cost a decent amount of infamy to actually annex all these people, but that's a penalty I'm willing to pay. And Tunisia should also eventually be annexed by us, just because they are in our sphere of influence. And you know what? Congratulations, you guys can have some trade unions. I think that seems more than okay. And there we go. That German alliance offer looking absolutely beautiful. Hey, Germany. Very glad to have you on side. Would you mind, potentially in the future, killing France and the Austrians? You're outworth Russia now, and the British. I'm going to say no to that one as well. I'm guessing this is the Eastern Crisis. You request military aid. I think you will bankrupt us if I do this. Usually, because 15,000 is more than 5,000, typically this bankrupts your country if you press the button. Yes. And that's kind of the issue that I was kind of wanting to avoid, so we're going to kind of quit and reload. It's one of those, it's a big issue in Victoria too, is that even though you could afford it theoretically, just by taking out loans to cover the cost, the game doesn't think about that. It just sees that you have negative amount of money and it immediately says, ah, you failed. You failed the check. The Ottomans are outworth Russia, Serbia, and the British. Don't think they'll be able to survive for too long. We might as well get our alliance back up. And also, if you save and reload an event to Victoria 2, it just doesn't actually work properly. You know, just in case you were curious about that. We now have 4 of you. We should have 1 more artillery building. No, we do not, because you actually already have your artillery in the army. And also, these are terrible trains to be walking through. So we might want a... Which one is it? Medicine? It is... Yeah, or inorganic chemistry, so we can get better supply limits, or units don't take attrition to standing in mountains on our border regions. At least to me, that seems like it would make sense as something that we'd want to do. Okay, let's increase opinion of you. Get you up to cordial. Russia is also going to puppet Afghanistan, which I think would... I mean, yeah, you are, because of the Russian Empire, you're already in the sphere of Britain, so Britain actually might go to war with the Russians right away. Also, Belgium's at war with the British, because the Dutch want to free Flanders. Okay, sure. Apparently the British in this universe do not care at all about Belgian neutrality. We'll see what happens to the Ottoman Empire, if they want to be kept strong, or if they want to be kept weak. I'm not too sure it matters really one way or the other for us personally. Yeah, and I don't think Belgium can fight Britain, Spain, the Dutch, and the Swedish at the same time. Seems unlikely, let's put it that way. Yeah, so Germany, they absolutely love us. I mean, we have similar policy, which is kill Austria, kill the French. So I would want to try to take back my territory at some point. I don't know if we're going to get any decisions to recore it. It'd be nice if we did, but I don't exactly know if that's going to be the case. Could build a navy. Do we have a navy? We have 16 ships. Mostly transports, because our navy is essentially hot garbage. And you guys still need to reinforce. But other than that, honestly, you're all doing mostly okay. Let's get like one more good reinforcement tick. You need any more? Probably not. Cut military costs a little bit more again. And overall, I feel pretty okay with where we're currently resting. Benin, let's get you up to friendly. And soon, this entire region will be in our sphere of influence, which will be fantastic. Of course, we're not going to go war with the British or anything like that if they decide to push their own claims in the region. What's the other one that you need? Is it... Yeah, we need revolution and counter-revolution to even unlock the Dark Continent. Even though I think the Dark Continent is the 1890 tech for the 1890 rush. Well, also the Ottoman Empire got completely beaten that war. Bulgaria's looking pretty good. Serbia's looking okay. The Russians have taken over Constantinople. So yeah, the Ottomans just got absolutely humiliated in that war. I mean, they're still in our sphere of influence, so I mean, that's okay. Hostile to the Russians. I'm surprised they're only actually hostile to Russia. Usually they get punished a lot more for that. At least that's been my experience, is they get hostile with everyone. But I guess the situation they find themselves in is, it's okay enough for them. What if we even want to core you? Is there anything we can do about you? Probably not, right? Add a sphere. I mean, we could just go to war with you and add you to my sphere forcefully for 4 infamy, but... You could also do it this way, and that's free, and it doesn't cost any infamy. But I guess I do have 0 infamy, and what am I doing with that? Basically nothing. We do have to save up a little bit of infamy for the rush for Africa, because I think annexing each country cost 2 or 3 infamy each. Also, Abyssinia and the Egyptians are at war. Portugal's at war with these guys down here in Mozambique. Yeah, and you are actually independent. I don't know what happened in Russia. Maybe the British were threatening them and they backed down. That at least would be my best guess. Also, by the way, when can I go to war with you? 77. Oh wait, that's it? We can only go back to war with the Austrians? I have a feeling that we want to. Take over Venice. Crush the French. And with the backing of Germany, we should be okay. Honestly, like, we were pretty close to fighting for a white peace in the last war. Like, going to war with Austria this time shouldn't really be a problem. And if we also go to war with the French, then we can maybe take back our cores. And with German backing, I'm hoping we'll be safe. Of course, Germany might just say no to getting the call to arms. Germany theoretically could say no. I don't think they will. Germany has a strategic interest. They're also allied with the Russians. Are we allowed to be allied to more than one great power now? Negative relations. No. I'm assuming it's via events that they're allied to the Russians. That would at least be my best guess. I'm hoping Germany would break up the alliance with Russia over breaking up the alliance with me, because I kind of need their help. $20,000. We can afford that. Yeah. We gain a little prestige. Like, right now, we are in 8th place. 601 points. Next closest is Denmark at 286. So actually, you know, we're pretty solidly in a great power from now on. Apparently, Belgium... Belgium's a republic. Did they not lose the war against the Dutch? Did they actually win? Flanders didn't get any territory? I'm not too sure. Okay, let's open up and upgrade every factory we possibly can throughout the country. Crank up military spending for the war, because that's going to be happening in about a month from now. I honestly don't even know if we're really going to need to necessarily mobilize for this war. Okay, lose militancy. Truce expires in about 10 days. And if I was to do this, Germany and the Ottoman Empire would both say yes. The Ottomans have cores? No, they have cores over Russian land, but nothing over in Bosnia anymore. Yeah, I think we just go for a good old-fashioned acquire core for Venice. Call the Germans and the Ottomans in. Germany will definitely become the war leader after this, but that's okay. Everyone said yes. Oh, I'm actually still the war leader. Really? Germany's in 5th place. I guess. Really, you're only in 5th place? The liberals might be anti-military. Yeah, they are anti-military. So I guess that actually kind of makes sense for them. Oh yeah, this is also a blue line. They actually can't cross the border here. Let's move our troops into the country. Move our troops into France as well. At least a little bit so we can maybe take some land. And because we're the war leader, we can definitely do pretty well for ourselves. Spend some good infamy here. Our troops into this territory. Universal voting in my Italy? Absolutely not. It's the one thing we definitely cannot allow. I think by allowing voting, we just become normal Italy. Which is boring. You know what I mean? Like, we want to be the Pope's Italy. Apparently France is technically winning the war. I don't think that's going to last forever. I mean, you should be mobilizing. 149. Because you're not technically... I mean, I guess what are the Ottomans going to do here? Basically nothing, I would imagine. Okay, we're going to get a horrible, horrible engagement here. 10 war score for us there. Lovely. And it's probably time for us to start moving our way into France from this direction. Let's aid the Germans in this fight. And move our way onto Trieste. -6. You want to cut Austria-Hungary down to size. The Balfour Declaration. You know what? Why not? Get 11 prestige out of this. Don't need any of you right now. I think we're going to go for more military tech. Calabar is this one. Add you to my sphere and then immediately drop you because I don't think anybody else is going to be really putting too much attention there. And then we'll just go for more craftsmen. Nothing we can do against the French quite yet. They did sneak back our... I guess because they moved their way through here. So let's move some troops into the country. Taking a -2. But that's not so bad. Attack occupation +9. They're doing well against you. So I actually want to add a separate war goal against you now. We want to push our claims on... I mean, like, I want to take this province back. But technically, we don't have any cores here. So that makes it a little bit awkward, right? Free people, liberate country. I mean, is there anything I'd want to do against France? Corsica, Brittany... Catalonia just is awkward. I think we just... acquire state. And we'll go for French Savoy first. Hey, wait, why don't I go French Savoy? Who owns the other part of Savoy? Oh, Monaco owns the other part. Okay. Acquire state. We want to take French Savoy. This also allows us basically to separate France and Austria out from each other. Actually, who's the war leader here? France is. We can still do some nice separate pieces, which is kind of what I want to do. Okay, we got one war score against you. Let's push our way into this 19 stack. I mean, we should do fine against this. I mean, we are defending in the mountains. Even if you send more units, really actually shouldn't pose too much of a threat to our position. It looks like we've actually technically won here. We've won this battle. We're going to win this battle again up here without too much hassle. And we're now at plus 27. Do not accept this. Yeah, Austria is not the world leader, so we can basically slowly crush them. Okay, bend in, add the sphere, drop them out of our listing here. Okay, let's go back and take Venice. We should be getting a taking war score out of this. 83%, lovely. So a 15 stack and 8 stack. Again, attacking to the mountains is a -4 penalty, and yeah, they actually can't get rid of this penalty. And that's nice for us. Another 7 war score there. We're going to see another probably big war score boost there as well. I think Germany's doing an okay job. We have a 27 stack. Can probably beat a 12, I would say. Or at least I'm hoping they can beat a 12 stack. And our sphere down in Nigeria is growing stronger by the day. Okay, now it's time for us to continue moving our way forward. France got a 44 stack that we want to kind of... I mean, how about it? Is this actually mountain as well? It is mountain. Okay. We want to make sure this 3 stack doesn't get killed. Should do fine, I would hope. Now that you're in my sphere, we can drop basically all of you, because I don't think we need to worry about anybody taking them from our sphere of influence. I think next up would be Abyssinia, so let's try to get Abyssinia in our sphere of influence as well. We're at plus 63. Plus 50 from battles. I kind of want Austria to get cut down the size, so we'll keep this fight going a little bit longer. Move you down. Germany is basically focusing their entire attention on killing Austria. They're not really putting too much effort into actually trying to fight the French. Which is like, I can kind of understand that, but... Okay, move our troops more into the country. We did get another 10 war score from one of these battles. Not that those really matter anymore. We're at the plus 50 cap from battles, so it doesn't really make too much of a difference. And I'm assuming with France, we couldn't get... Actually, it is worth 80. We could get all of them done in one battle. I mean, France is willing to do all 3 right now. The question is there anything else I'd want to do with France? We do have about, 15 infantry left to play with. Milier, cut down the size. 54 prestige loss isn't that big of a deal. I mean, demand state is a little expensive right now. We could just go for some simple reparations. And honestly, for France, I think actually just some simple reparations against the French is worthwhile. 20% of their income for 5 years, I think. I would say it's pretty good. Maybe you would disagree with me, but in that situation, I think you'd just be wrong. We're at 47 against the Austrians. They should want to surrender soon. And Germany is now, they're definitely becoming a powerful machine. Either playing as Germany or having Germany as an ally is essentially just like an I win button. Maybe at some point we'll have to, double cross them. Maybe align us with the Russians or the British to kind of bring them down. But we'll have to, wait and see on that one. Germany can be a tough nut to crack. That's war exhaustion is nice. Don't want to look at this. Let's bring this 24 stack forward. I'm assuming you're actually worth 99. So we actually could still theoretically separate piece all this in one piece deal and not have to separate piece out Austria. But I don't know necessarily if that's worthwhile. And now Germany is... No, not against you. Is there anything else I can do against you? We can do an acquire all cores. I think it just gives an extra 7 prestige. Which isn't so bad. mean, because right now we're at, what, 65 against Austria. We could just, like, force them to release... No, Hungary's definitely worth 100. And also 7.5 is pretty expensive. Or 12 MP, I should say, is pretty expensive. 3 people, 7.5.